You all set? Okay. Please rise for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Welcome, everybody, this evening. First item on our agenda are the minutes of August 18th.
Mr. Chairman, I move to approve the August 18th, 2008 regular minutes as written.
Second.
Motion made by Mr. Harris, seconded by Mr. O'Leary. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Unanimous? Guess we better wait one more minute. I'll read the notice of a public hearing. In accordance with Chapter 138 of the Massachusetts General Laws, a public hearing will be held by the Board of Selectmen in Room 14, Town Hall, 235 North Street, on Monday, September 29, 2008, at 7:05 p.m., on the application of Darlene Bonapane for the transfer of the common victualler all alcohol license from SOPAC, Inc., DBA Ristorante Daniela, license to be exercised at 303 Main Street, North Reading, Massachusetts. Building contains banquet room, lounge, and storage cellar and basement. Restaurant and kitchen at street level, and a 10-foot by 24-foot sidewalk cafe. Board of Selectmen. Mr. Beliconis?
Board members, you have a pretty substantial package that's here in front of you. I mean, what we'd like to do is give the proponent an opportunity to explain the nature of the change, and I can add any input from departments after the presentation.
Is Ms. Bonapane here? State your name and address, please.
Good evening, Joanne. I'm legal counsel for Darlene Bonapane, the applicant in connection with the liquor license transfer. I actually do have the green cards that I think you want for proof of notice.
You need one. Thank you very much.
Basically, Ms. Bonapane and her husband have acquired the property that is known as Ristorante Daniela and would like to have the liquor license that is currently operating there transferred to Ms. Bonapane. As you can see in your package, we did include a copy of the purchase and sale agreement from the trustee, who is Aldo Delemy, to the company that has been established for the purposes of acquiring the real estate, which is DOB Realty LLC. In connection with that acquisition and the fact that the company will own the building itself, we did enter into a lease between Ms. Bonapane and DOB for the restaurant, and again, a copy of that is included in your package. This particular property, I think many people are familiar with this Ristorante Daniela on Route 28. We have notified all of the abutters. As part of the package, we are also seeking not only the transfer, but clearly as part of that, we're looking for a change of manager from Mr. Aldo Delemy to Ms. Bonapane. There will not be a corporate entity holding the license as there was with regard to Aldo, who was SOPAC, Inc., but rather Ms. Bonapane will hold it individually. We did complete all of the personal information that is requested and required by the ABCC, and again, that is included in your package as well. I don't know if anybody has any questions with regard to the project itself, or if you have any specific questions for Ms. Bonapane at this time.
Okay. Board members? Yes, Sean.
Has the ABCC already signed off on this, or what's your process?
The process is we actually deliver to this board, and the board would actually submit what's called Form 43 over to the ABCC, and then they just do the background check with the Department of Revenue and then the Department of Insurance to ensure that everything has been basically maintained and paid to date, and that there are no issues with regard to Ms. Bonapane's moral character. And I believe, though, if I may, I think Mr. Balakonis actually has the chief of police in town run a check on Ms. Bonapane.
Mr. Vito?
Yes, thank you. The new owners, have they been tips trained?
They actually, Ms. Bonapane is in the process of being TIPS trained. She was asked to do it through, I have a copy of it. Karen Marlin gave me the name of it. It's at the Union Oyster House.
Yes.
Is where she's actually has the, training.
She's going through it now, or she is TIPS trained?
No, she's going through it now. She
And-
will be before the ABC gets it and issues, though.
Okay.
She has to be.
What is the target date for opening this restaurant?
I don't know exactly what the target date's going to be with regard to the transfer of the property, because I think, as this board knows, this property's been subject of a couple of permits in town to actually raise the building and to construct a brand-new building. However, the process that, if I understand the process that the town prefers, is to see a transfer take place. Then when construction starts, literally shovel in the dirt, then we come before you again for a second time, seeking that change of location. The estimated time frame for that is gonna really be dependent upon weather, and other circumstances. But we would hope no later than spring, April to July to open.
Are the agreements in place associated with the lease?
Yes,
Okay.
they are.
Once the transfer takes place, do you intend on operating an existing restaurant, or do you intend to just demolish, raise the building, start a new, restaurant?
The intent would
New
be,
restaurant.
right, the intent would be to demolish as soon as possible. But that may not be possible, that's the issue.
If that's not possible, do you intend on keeping current employees, and are they TIPS trained, or will you hire new employees? And what is your intent on their training?
Oh, everybody would be TIPS trained, but I think Mr. Delemy, for the most part, ran it, and I think there was a couple of other people. I'm not sure how many people he has retained in his employ. So it would be all new people who would all be TIPS certified and trained.
Greg, I have a question. If we approve the transfer of this license this evening, and let's say the deal falls through or whatever, does the liquor license then refer back to the town? Or does it stay?
The liquor license would stay with the applicant.
It would stay with the applicant?
So long as they have a place to operate.
Right.
Yeah.
So long as they have a place to operate.
So
If
on-
the deal fell through, they have no place to operate, therefore the license isn't valid.
Right, but they could then find another location in town, and the
Not without-
license would,
Not without coming back here.
With your permission.
without permission.
Right,
And that's the issue of the change of location.
Yeah, the ABCC, so you know, obviously, there is a strict prohibition against what they call pocket licenses, so we're not entitled to keep it in our pocket and then go wherever it was in town. It's site-specific, and this board is the only board that has the authority to grant permission to operate anywhere.
As far as experiences managing or operating any other establishments prior to this?
You can speak to your own qualifications, but for the restaurants, no. I mean, Ms. Montani, I did include, I think, a copy of the resume, but you can talk about the laundromat. I mean, she's had experience dealing with retail establishments and managing retail establishments where you have customers and cash. And then, I don't know, you might wanna join it, but she also has experience with real estate development companies as well, and she managed and operated I shouldn't say a couple, really one development company for an extended period of time. But at the present time, you manage what, real estate? Sales Street.
How many hours a week are you anticipating being on the premises yourself, being a holder of the license? Are you gonna be managing the business also?
Yes,
Any guess?
whatever it takes to be a property manager
It,
and owner, a lot.
yeah, it's a rotten business.
Body to
Yeah.
60
Yeah,
hours.
The hours stink.
Yeah.
The hours stink. Yeah. That's why I was looking for the resume, I didn't see the.
Oh, you know, I apologize, I might not have done a full resume. I think when I just went in there, I did like an attachment to the, you do the Form A, and they asked, and I listed her experience and then the dates. I don't
Steve,
remember the dates.
Tab 4, last page.
Oh, you-
Towards the back.
There you go.
Towards the middle of
Yep,
the page.
I knew I had it. Yeah, in tab 4. Tab 4, page 3, right?
Okay.
Anyone in the audience have any questions?
Are there any other principals going to be involved here as far as, any other silent partners or people that we should be aware of?
I'm gonna come back to the time frame question again. I mean, are we talking about 6 months out, a year out, a year and a half out?
Yeah, I know, I mean, I don't mean to be evasive, and I'm really not trying to be. We got our permits and they were issued in March. We got the building permit, and that was issued in August. And we are really just waiting to be able to break ground to fulfill certain criteria in order to break ground. You know, we're trying to see if we can get the other anchor tenant in it as well, so we don't have vacant building, but full building. So that's why I'm giving you such a huge time frame. But our anticipation is to start to build no later than this coming spring. I mean, we can't leave a building vacant. We want break ground and build. Would we build in the fall and withstand winter conditions unless there was, opening date in spring? We would not. So it's still possible, but my guess is we are gonna start to build the break ground March, finish construction, and that kind of commercial building. It's anywhere from, real aggressive schedule is 6 months. So if you think about that, so it's March, that's the third month, you're talking about occupancy sometime between August and October, which is perfect for a restaurant, but that would be the timeframe. It is a year away from the occupation.
How big a function hall is planned?
It's a true restaurant. I mean, it's about 5,200 square feet. Right?
And 2 other tenants? How many
Yep, a
other tenants?
bank, hopefully, and retail. That's for but that, I have to come back, I have to still, no matter what, I'm coming back before you, before I can actually get the license for that location. Because the ABCC rules are, even if I move my building an inch, I have to come back to you. Even if any major construction, even if I'm in the same exact footprint, any major construction, I have to come back to you, because you have to make sure and certify that I haven't changed the facility.
What's the seating capacity going to be?
It depends. It really does. Depends on what kind of style. If we're gonna use, full banquet tables, if we're gonna have any high tables, in a 5,200 square foot, it's usually about 120, but it depends on your building inspector.
Your financing's in place?
We do have financing for the acquisition, and we do have a commitment for the construction, but we haven't finalized. The actual acquisition financing is done and will close in 1 week.
Any other questions? Questions from the audience again, one last time? Mr. Pellicone, comments?
Should we turn the cards, some cards we bring up there?
Yeah, those cars didn't come back.
No, Mr. Chairman, the only comment is you received a report from the municipal departments, and other than the building department indicating they need to apply for the proper building permits, there are no objections raised by the municipal departments.
Okay. At this point, I will close the public hearing. Ask Mr. Harris to...
Mr.
You may
Chairman,
sit down.
Mr. Chairman, I move to approve the transfer of the common victualler all alcohol license for Ristorante Daniela, 303 Main Street, from Sopac Incorporated to Darlene Bonapane.
Second.
Motion made by Mr. Harris, seconded by Mr. O'Leary. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Unanimous?
Well, wish you the best of luck.
Yeah.
It's certainly going to be an improvement, so we can't wait till your construction starts.
Thank you. See you in a few months.
Okay.
Thank you.